Abram and Lot were family. Abram was Lot's uncle. They had traveled to Egypt because of a famine in their land, Canaan. But now they were very rich. They had flocks of sheep, herds of cattle, and many servants. It was time to go home. So, Abram and Lot journeyed back to Canaan, the land God had promised to Abram. Can you imagine traveling with so many animals? It must have been quite a sight. They probably had to travel slowly, letting the animals graze along the way. When they arrived back in Canaan, they had a problem. Both Abram and Lot had grown very wealthy in Egypt. They had so many animals that the land couldn't support them all. There wasn't enough pasture and water for everyone's flocks. Can you imagine trying to share a field with your neighbor if they had hundreds of sheep and you had hundreds of cows? It would be very difficult, wouldn't it? That's the kind of problem Abram and Lot were facing. Abram saw that this was causing arguments between his herdsmen and Lot's herdsmen. Abram loved peace and he didn't want his family to fight. So, Abram made a suggestion to Lot. He said, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herdsmen and my herdsmen. We are relatives after all." Abram then made a generous offer. He said to Lot, "The whole land is before you. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left." Abram was willing to let Lot choose first, even though God had promised the land to Abram. Lot looked around at the land. He saw a beautiful plain near the city of Sodom. It looked lush and green with plenty of water. Lot chose to go east, to the plain of Sodom. Abram stayed in Canaan, trusting that God would provide for him. God saw Abram's kindness and his trust. He spoke to Abram and said, "Look around from where you are, north and south, east and west. All the land that you see I will give to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted." What can we learn from Abram? We learn that it is important to be kind and to share, even when it's difficult. We also learn that we should trust God, even when we don't understand what He is doing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.